Actually speaking, our ability to fulfill our desires is not in our hands. So in whose hands is it? It is in the hands of the Paramatma, Anumanta. Unless he sanctions, we cannot fulfill our desires. No matter how powerful I may be, still I cannot fulfill my desires without the Paramatma's sanction. And the Lord, the Paramatma, sanctions very impartially. It is not that the Paramatma is partial to some people and he does not fulfill the desires of other people very arbitrarily, whimsically. No. The Supreme Lord Paramatma is very impartial, and therefore he has created the law of karma by which whoever is qualified, to the extent that he has the sufficient punya karma, the pious credits, to that extent his desires can get fulfilled. Not only that, Upadrashta Anumanta Bharta Bhokta Maheshwaraha. He is the Maheshwara, he is the supreme proprietor of everything. He is the supreme controller. He controls everything. Generally what happens is, when we engage in some endeavor and when we get the result, we become successful in our endeavor. We think that yes, I did it with my endeavor, with my strong determination, with my hard work, I managed to succeed. We give ourselves all the credit. You see, if you look at the Olympics recently concluded, so many people went and participated. The people, whoever were successful, were interviewed by the media. And when they were asked by the media, how did you manage to get this medal? Oh, that medal I got because of all my hard work, sheer determination, the guidance of my coaches, and the support of my family members. I managed to do this. But how many people got medals? The number of people who participated were in thousands, but only a few hundreds would have got the medal. Nobody interviews the people who did not succeed, the people who failed. If you ask the people who failed, they also would have put in equal amount of effort. They would have put in so much hard work. They would also have taken guidance from their coaches. They would have got support from their family members. Still, they did not succeed. So if you ask the people, why did you not succeed? They will tell, what to do? God did not sanction. So when it comes to failure, it is God's sanction. When it is success, it is my hard work. Fact is, we filter out the vast majority of the people who fail, and we tend to pick up only the small minority of the people who succeed. And we think that if I put in hard work and if I have determination like this man, I will also succeed. But reality is, there were people who put in lot more hard work and who were more determined, and still they failed. If we study the people, the majority of the people who have failed, then we can understand that I am not the controller. I cannot control the destiny, the result of my activities. There is somebody else who is controlling. And so, the Supreme Lord says, Maheshwaraha, that Krishna, he is the actual supreme controller. He controls everything. There are many things which are not in our control, but there is nothing which is not in the control of Krishna. And therefore, he is not just Ishvara. Ishvara means controller. He is Maheshwara. He is the supreme controller. So the Supreme Lord is Upadrashta, he is the witness, he is the sanctioner, and he is the supreme controller. Otherwise, there is no meaning to his sanctioning. I can sanction something to somebody as long as I have the power to control. If I don't have controlling power over the result, then I cannot sanction anything. So the Supreme Lord sanctioning our desires means he is the supreme controller, and therefore he is able to sanction our desires or to refuse our desires. And not only that, he is the Bharta and he is the Bhokta. Bharta means he is the maintainer, and Bhokta means he is the supreme enjoyer. So actually all the results that we get are supposed to be offered to Krishna, and he is the supreme enjoyer. We are not the enjoyer. We think I got this result, therefore I can enjoy this result. No. The result has to be offered to Krishna. And Bharta, he is the person who is maintaining each and every living entity. Paramatmeti chapyuktaha. So this personality is called the Paramatma. And who is this Paramatma? Am I sitting in the heart? Am I the Paramatma? No. Dehesmin paraha purushaha. Krishna says, Purusha, there is one living entity within the heart who is the Atma. But there is another Paraha Purushaha, there is another transcendental personality who is called Paramatma, and he is also residing within the body, and he is the person who is the witnesser, he is the sanctioner, he is the supreme controller, he is the maintainer, and he is the supreme enjoyer of all the results.